sales were taking place?
Laptop kuma kilimpo. Kabri kabana yuara base. E hamo muntinun kata kanilla ya plan kata kanilla bang. O kabri na kanilla jojo ya mo la je nin so be bulwa wala sambaje. Kuma wala nyantalo.
Ko ngakibaro moy birim basele.
I heard this news since I was in Basse, before coming, while I was in Basse.
Birin nata kanilla Johnson.
When I came up to the Johnson, I saw some cattle put in big lorries and then moving out of Kanilai going towards. And that was exactly the reason why I coughed and went inside Kanilai.
So what you're stating here actually even contradicts your statement. Because no, you can. So in your statement, you said that in one of the towns on the way, that is where you heard that the sale was taking place. Now you are telling us that you heard about the sales in Basse. Which is which? Which one do you want the committee to?
Kuma fula sa wala pintitana polo ko kabri basele ya moy ko ninsi wa ko be kanilla bari kuma no ko kabri be na kan silo kan ya moy ko ninsi wa ko be kanilla min kuma ma la nyanta lola sa
men nyanta lola men ben na statement o kono
so take the one on my statement, that one should stand. The one on my statement should stand.
You want us now to take that it is on the way you learned that the sales were taking place.
So, if statement ka ko wesilo kanne yaro ko wakro be kerin kan la ko ngola tawa. Yes.
So why did you tell us that you learned about the sales in Basse?
Muna ne konyo ko ya wakro nyin kala muta basele.
Afa o mu kumo kenyale.
That's how I put it.
You need to give us a better answer for that question.
Then what in my statement is what is the truth.
And what did you put in your statement?
Statement But when I came up to Kanilai, I saw cattle going out. Then when I also branched and went.
You know what? That is not what's in your statement, Mr. Kora.
Statement Mr. Kora.
What's in your statement? I'm going to read it out. It says, I overheard in one of the towns that there was cattle sale taking place in Kanilai. Out of curiosity, I decided to go there to see for myself. This is different from what you just said.
But I also repeated.
So, in one of the towns, you're referring to Basse, from between Basse and
Yes, I was referring to Basse.
Who in Basse?
Because that's where I came from.
Who in Basse informed you about the sale?
I just heard people saying it.
People where? Who are these people?
People were just saying it on the road.
So people on the road in Basse were just randomly talking about sales of cattle being taking place in Kanilai. So
yes, I heard people say it.
Are you sure about this, Mr. Kora?
I'm sure that.
Yes.
Mr. Kora, these sales were not advertised.
Mr. Kora, ni wasro man kankula.
They were not announced on TV.
E man kankula teleto.
They were not announced on the radio.
E man kankula radio to.
It was not published in the newspaper.
And the mafin in the savir kaitold.
So how is it possible that people in Basse all knew about the sales taking place in Kanilai to the point where it was being discussed in the street?
Woto Basse ko dumbe nyim kuma kan moyla nyaare fon fo silo kam molbe tarra nyim fola.
I
really do not know, but that's where I heard it.
Mr. Kora, I think you did actually learn about the sales.
Mr. Kora, ngamere ya watu nyin kalamutale.
But you did not learn about it randomly in the street.
Bari imamo isilo kande. Ye kalamutandala. I heard it on the road because I've already sworn to the Quran. Because I have a shop along the road. It's not far from the market, the garage.
So that's it. You heard it in the garage from people.
So yeah, yes, I heard people talking about it.
Did you try to confirm from other people, or did you just? Was it then that you decided to get into your car and drive to Kanilai?
No, I made no confirmation. I made no confirmation. I just entered my car, and while I was coming, I saw these cattle. Then I also took a U-turn, turn, and then branch to Kanilai.
So you made the decision at the junction, not before you left Basse.
So okay, itela decision pour ka fo beta Kanilai wo keta Johnson old amanke Basse. Yes, I made the decision at the junction, but I heard the news from Basse.
But you did not try to confirm the news you heard in Basse, did you?
Bari man kibaro nying confirm dankene yandi kabribe Basse. No, because then I was on the road coming.
Mr. Kora, you mentioned that you had given several interviews and at some point you had to stop because you did not want to contradict yourself.
Mr. Kora, ya info ya interview Jamal leke a fo tata fo watele iko etel interview kala ko kati malla fi yefang jahasendi. Yes, that's true, because when you have been asked over and over about something.
Is it because you do not want to give one true account of the events that happened regarding the sales and your presence there? That is why you feel that you're contradicting yourself like you have done here today?
For asikeno nyindiko imalla fi katonya fo kuma kangole memfanga yalon ko aketa ko nyin kon la wodalilo yatina ibetani nakan bi ne nyindo fo soma nyimfo comme bi menketa jambi
ani o make.
No, that's not the case.
Is it?
No, it's not because I was going to lie, but because to be asked about something over and over, one thing over and over, that is why I had to stop.
Well, if you're giving the same version of events at all times, I don't think you should be scared of contradicting yourself. If all versions are true.
Ni ayatar kuma kan me yalon ko aketa andu yalon ko wala mutonyat hanni ayatar ko yo wo sen kan da mamer wonyante silalade
handi amanke kafo ko ngamen fo wote kala tonyat bari man la fi diamo nyine la bake ma tay musoto.
Not because I don't want what happened to be said, but because I just don't have the time to be repeating over and over an issue.
At first, you said you didn't want to contradict yourself before the break. You said you didn't want to contradict yourself. That is why you had to stop giving the interviews. Now you're saying that you do not have time. That is why you stopped giving the interview.
Janim betala break la iko emal fi yefang contradict wala tina ya interview news to yefang so wala tina interview stop. But time tem ko danke iko iman wato la soto.
Yo wala mo beti mele pour kana wa ite bina wala ken ninko ko sai akanyanta.
Yeah, that's all part of that because one is coming from this direction, the other is coming, another is coming. This is why I said I had to stop it.
Well, you only came from one direction, from Basse to Banjul, stopped by Kanilai, but you've contradicted yourself quite the number of times.
But
just on your direction from what your intentions were when you were leaving Basse.
Barito bada nam panna kilina dinkira kilina to wala baseti pour kata kanilai baru kono la kawo fo yefan so jamal le ko nyin kon la well
I'm waiting for an answer.
Ndela jabi dole batukan
wala ken di manso ni diabu jamala.
That is why I don't want this thing to be repeated all over and over.
Very well. Mr. Kora, do you remember having an interview with Gambia Talents TV?
Mr. Kora, fi hakilo baka ning television bunda do ya kacha soto menke the Gambia Talents TV. Yes.
You remember?
Hakilo baka.
Inata ya media muta.
Yes, they came to my home and I had a chat with them.
Can you look at the screen before you, the TV, and confirm whether that's you?
Is it television? Yeah, for Petelam Yindiba.
With your very nice haftan.
I can have time when I step back.
Mr. Kora, in this interview, we will play it so you can listen to what you were saying.
So play puru yala moy ibe memfo kanje.
Do you remember telling the interviewer or the journalist on this day that you heard about the sale of the cattle on the radio?
I had to ko nyin kar lai nyin dinkirato ko ya ninsol la wakiro moy radio.
Ya lon tel ninko news nga a news o moy. Ngaro sutiyande aradio la kafo nga akibaro moy.
You know, when we say I heard it in the news, it is not related to the radio. That is why I said I heard the news. He asked me and I said yes, I heard the news.
So you told the journalist that you heard it in the news. That you heard it on the news, which is the radio.
Yes, I said I heard it in the news. If I said a radio, then it means I heard it. That is why I related it to the radio. But actually, I heard it in the news. From people.
How can you hear the news on the radio from people, Mr. Kora?
Radio to Mr. Kora.
Na mole bafuka kafuko kweko kani life ibe ibafula kani life irobe ke kanje ibe yala fengel wafula na moy wolle.
People were saying it that in Kanilai they were selling Yahya Jammeh's properties. That is why I heard this.
So property is not cattle.
You have
to wait for the question to be translated to you, or do you want us to speak English?
Okay, honey. Afai, ninso para be fengel lokolo wala mun ninso.
Yes, the couples, because couples are also part of those things, assets.
So, Mr. Kora, why exactly did you hear the news, and why did you tell the journalist you heard it on the radio?
So, Mr. Kora, ite fanga ya inkibaro mo minto. Ando munati ne ko journalist ko ngama radio.
Ko ngamo basele base.
I heard it from Basse.
Ngamoy molla jene kay ko
From people
molla ngamoy news.
I heard the news in Basse from people there.
So, Mr. Kora, let's just play the video. I think.
A video you played, no?
Okay.
Technical, can you please?
Okay,
help us
technical.
play the video.
Play. Revise it. I missed that.
So, technical, can you please start the video again so that it can be translated for the record?
I did not get it. I thought I was waiting for the man. Actually, I was not listening to the woman.
So, technical, can you please start the video again so the interpreter can interpret both questions being answered?
You heard Dr. Ismail Cisse alleging that you were also part of the people who bought the assets of the former president. So we want to know whether you also purchased any cattle or anything from Kanilai.
Sorry, please don't answer the questions. We're playing the video, so turn off your mic, please.
Ela mic off, ela mic off.
It's fine.
No. For the record. I listen to the radio. I was here and I heard from the radio and that there will be sales at Kanilai, sales of cattle at Kanilai. Sorry? Sales of Yahya Jammeh's cattle at Kanilai. So because I had long wish to visit Kanilai, so I also got prepared.
Thank you, technical. We can stop here for the time being. Mr. Kora, you listen to yourself. Turn the mic on, please, and wait for the interpretation. Like I said before, you've listened to yourself, the video. You heard what you said. What is your reaction now? Which do you wish to change your answer? What are you going by? Because here you clearly stated that you heard the advertisement of the sale on the radio. Which is not possible because the sale was never advertised.
And the woman possible what I said here in this hall, that's the truth.
So we can now say that what you told the journalist in this video is false.
Woto insigning londiko ya memfonyin journalist woman sort. Yes.
Mr. Kora, why did you decide to go on the media to speak false truth?
Woto Mr. Kora mona batin ebe tala teleto ebe tala sila teleto kafem fo memman soto.
Ngame fo mbalanta benne ni nata ye nyinin karoke. Isi confusing ye fem fo manyam.
That's what I refused initially. When they come ask you, eventually they will confuse you to say something that you might not even be aware of.
So, Mr. Kora, are you saying the journalist walked into your house, requested for an interview, and immediately when the interview started, they confused you to the point where you gave them false information?
Mr. Kora, feba fo kanako journalist o nata dong afotete kan aye nyinin ka kuma kan la aye confusing aye hakilo jahasen.
Ha ila diamolu because ngame fo jang wolo mu to nyati.
Yes, the way they talk, but what I said here, that's the truth.
Kibaro, we can't tell you Kibaro, Jammeh ikra ni ba for moisa for ngamo no news to ngamo yara joto.
If you talk about news, mostly we would say we heard it in the radio.
You know, the issue here is that there was no news about the sale of cattle.
Here, wala muko kibar man finti la karo.
So it was not advertised at all anywhere.
Among advertised dulato.
So you cannot say that you are associating what you heard with the news.
What ita fala ko yemme moy ibo katandle kibarol.
It's not possible.
What kenola.
You can answer.
I heard from people.
That
is why I said news.
So people around you in Basse form part of the news.
Kibar I really don't know how they heard it, but I heard it from them.
Mr. Kora, now if you can tell a journalist or a media house and grant an interview and tell them things that are not true, how is this committee supposed to believe that what you have said here today is true?
Mr. Kora, nite journalist ol kumandi yakuma konfe me yalo ko aman sabati. Sai bi nyin committee be lano le tele ko kuma kon la nyaadi le kotanke.
Ndema journalist ol kumandi fa won la kay fanni. I did
not call any journalist, they came by themselves, but what I said here, because I'm being sworn to the Quran, so what I said here is what stands. That is the truth.
So because you did not invite the journalists, they came to you for an interview, that is why you thought you should tell them things that are not true, and then what you're saying to this committee is true because you're holding or you held the Quran and to
Kako journalist oli fang invite ikanne ite me kumandi telle nati te kan yakumo isa kumol phone and yana nyin committee fananka yal Quran wot ye kal Quran wota ye kalala wala batin na ko isa kuma fo jang men sorta wodo to men man sorta.
Aha.
Yes.
So is it that if you don't give oath, whatever you say is not true, and it's when you take an oath that is when you speak truth?
So kama ga ni ete kalindile ebe fem fola men sorta wala ni te man kali ni mete kalindi dron wote ete fem fola men sorta.
Ha atobo ngani fole ngamen fo yen kalindi ngamen fo wala mu koti men sorta.
What I said here, I'm being sworn to it, and that is the truth.
Mr. Kora, you've taken an oath earlier today, but you've still contradicted yourself so many times.
Mr. Kora, ye kalile bi bari obe ye fan so ku jamal leke jam.
It seems like taking an oath does not even stop you from saying false truth.
Akamunta anu o kalio be kola o Martin nal ko o fansosul manna.
I'm waiting for an answer.
Ako o kalio be kola.
Akamunta o kalio be kola o Martin na ko kuma kan fotela kumolo kono mel manke toñatu.
Kabri mon kali.
Jang.
Kali menna ko le lota wala ngamem fo woto wala mu.
That's what I said. I said what I've been sworn to, because I've been sworn to here. So what I said here, that's the truth.
And my question is, you've contradicted yourself so many times here today.
Which one do you want? So hani jam from B. Ye from so ku jamal le fojang. B wa ko nyin kumado. Nyindo e ko nyindo. Ta entelbe la le muna fangala.
Ngam folo ngam nakay toto wala mu sueta wala mu nak.
What I said in my statement, I'm being sworn to that, and that is the truth.
Well, Mr. Kora, there's another video we have for you that we are going to play, and you can listen. It's a video of you granting an interview to another media house.
Mr. Kora, video do fanan sote jang. Men ya interview di media house do fanan na e ka fay ker fatu so wotom bo fanan play pro ya moy Thank you very much. One day I was just sitting and I heard about the sales of Jammeh assets. I heard in the news that they are going to auction his assets, but whoever has interest in them, you can go there. When I heard that, and the day was due, I arrived there and I heard the bailiff announcing when the day was due, I also went there because before the day I had the desire to go to Kanilai to see the place. Because when I left there, it was not in good faith. So to go back there to thank God with praises and thanks to God, that wish and desire. You say that you did not live there in good faith. That I was captured and brought there. What name is Pa Silva Omar Khan Basse. During Jammeh time. Yes. Incarceration for 9 months.
All right, thank you very much, Technical. We can stop there for the time being. Mr. Kora, it seems that the only thing that is consistent in your statement throughout your interviews and your testimony here is your desire, is the desire you had to visit Kanilai.
Mr. Kora, akamunta kuma kama me yalo ko abato nyata be sabatiri la kuma kama le beto. Wala me ilang nganyo puru ka Kanilai je. Yes, I had that desire to see Kanilai.
And it's the only thing that is consistent in the answers you have given.
And mala fanan kita fendi men sabatita jabirul beto yamendi.
And the fact that you heard this news again, or the news about the sales in the radio, or on the radio. You've granted 2 interviews, and in both occasions you have stated that you heard about the sale of the cattle on the news.
And yung kumakang fanantar ta sabatari niya da kono ko, ya kumakang nyimoy, ya watiro nyimoy kibarol. Kati ya interview fuladi, ya nyim foje ko ya kibaro nyimoy watiro ñil moy kibaro let
ndeli kibaro ngaka news lit ni dum kibaro
Have you answered the question?
yes
I did not get the answer.
he said for us we associate kibaro to news and that is more related to radio yes
if you say kibaro that is wrong that does not the standard radio with television is just information. It's general information. So when we say kibaro, it's general information.
yeah. General information.
Okay, let's play the the video again, because from what it seems from what was translated from the video, he does mention the radio. But let's just play it again to confirm. Technically, you can play the video.
Yes, I was sitting and I heard it in the news that Yahya Jammeh's assets and cattle would be sold, and around this time I heard the bailiff, he mentioned bailiff, announcing court bailiff, making the announcement, and I had the desire to visit Kanilai. So when the day was due, then I also got prepared to go there.
So, Mr. Kora, now that the video has been played again, we've added another facet to the numerous ways you learned about the sale.
Mr. Kora, sign video fanan to kotenke, kuma kando fanan nata fin kuto nata fintije, men ya iko ya kibaro nyimoy nyamen. The information.
I feel like after you now mentioned that you heard news from general public in the garage that your shop is located.
Yes.
Now you've added the bailiff. What else is missing?
From what you said that you heard from general information. Sorry. Comme yamem fonu iko yama general information mol ba fo kan ko waturo be ke kan kanila sa ko be ba fo kan beli fanam ba ko beli fanam be wafuro la ji. Yes, I heard that bailiff during this information through this information I heard that bailiff would be conducting the sales.
I just
want to shorten the narration. That is why what I heard was that the bailiff was going to conduct the sales.
You know, Mr. Kora, it is not for you to decide whether the narration should be shortened or should be lengthened.
Mr. Kora, amanke tela duno kan di purka afo. You
said that you randomly heard or learned about the sales from people in Basse.
wafiro be ke kan basi kono ya moyje.
Now you've stated that you had an announcement.
Sai ko ya nyuso kibaro moy.
That the sales, the cattle belonging to the former president were going to be sold in Kanilai and would be sold by the sheriff and his bailiff.
Ya kankularo moy ko former president Jammeh nin solo ibe wafila annum bailiff le be wafila.
Wala mu kibaroti.
That is the information.
Where did you learn about this news, Mr. Kora?
Well, I heard it from Basse.
Mr. Kora, the committee wants a specific answer.
Mr. Kora, committee sulatak answer killing.
I'm going to repeat myself again. This sale was never advertised. It was not advertised on the radio, on the TV, the newspaper, or even posted on the internet. So it is not information that any random person on the street would have.
So
So where did you learn about this?
I heard from Basse.
Randomly like that?
Yes. By my shop, I heard people as they pass by.
Basse must be a special place, Mr. Kora.
What a Basse
people in Combo.
My shop is by the garage. I don't know how they got to hear it, but that's where I heard it.
And just like that, people around the country do not know about the sales, but just like that, in all the way in Basse, you randomly learned about the sale of cattle that was not advertised.
Bangola fanna kotong handla kilim mamoy basile ya moy tendrong kafako ni wafirul beke. For me, I come there, and while by the time I got to the junction, I saw cattle being moved.
Honorable Chair, at this point, I will hand over the witness to the committee.
Thank you very much. Members, Bismillah. Can go ahead.
Thank you very much, Chair.
Chair Baraka.
Mr. Kora.
Mr. Kora.
I want you to please clear me here.
Lafta yang mako jang. Kain bla senen.
Interview the interview that you just shown you now.
Yani interview me yitandi la ten.
Ani with your words from between you and then the council, which one is the correct one?
And ani ilte kuma ko me yitandi bi lead council la jang. What I said here is the truth.
Mr. Kora.
Mr. Kora.
You said you went to Kanilai for a purpose. What's that?
What is that? To see the place.
Why didn't you go there before the sales of the cattle?
Mune ati ne mantaji janne min solla wako
ahadi wotuma o manko ma ba mo jama mo fe mammo lonje mo jamaati o man se ma pour tankili.
Then I had no interest going there because I do not know anybody there, and there won't be many people around. It's not safe for me. Thank you.
Did he mention the word it's not safe for me or what? Yeah. Mr. Kora, why was it not safe for you?
Mune yatin na
Them politicianity, more yellow.
I'm a politician. People know me.
But by then, Kanilai was under whose control?
For Baruato, Kanilai be Jimal Cotonu, Lamaro Coto.
Abe military le balloon, Debitala Jewatiman, what the BJ?
It was under the military by the time I went there.
Under which government?
Mansakunda Jima.
Abe ni Mansakunda.
This current government.
Was it the coalition government or the MPP government?
No, correction, Otomo,
coalition government. Then there was coalition.
In which you were a very strong member.
And woto dun ite mo kuma balti mo bambandi balti wo kono. Yes, I was part of it.
Then why were you fearing to go to Kanilai?
Then mune ete sila katawo dula to Kanilai.
Mesiland no politician le mundi adu moli yello ne ngata wo nyankili ngata je kata jira.
I was as a politician going there alone to go and roam the place. I was afraid.
But Mr. Kora, with that big crowd, I think it was more dangerous than you going there without the crowd.
But Mr. Kora, woka fo kono la femala wala dangerous ta dina yata idamala.
Hani ndafay ni ne koy da bawo mo jamale bije ngamo jamale tarje mo jamale bije.
No, for me in that crowd it is safer than going there when there was no such thing.
But you say that the first day you went back home because it was not safe for you.
Pare iko lum follow I murtale kati ko blani man safe. Yes, I said they were angry. They got angry because of the price I gave to this man. Then I left.
Mr. Kora, coming back to the price issue.
Kana ya price o mendi.
According to you,
etela foroto, etela kumakanto.
Say the first day you arrived.
Eko lumfulo me futata.
You went down Kanilai. You came back and you were standing outside the barbed wire based on your statement. And you heard Mr. Diallo announcing the sales of cattle. And he gave a price of $5,000. And you objected to it. You objected to it.
And ite balanta wo ite la balango yitandi wo dulato.
After the minute, what happened?
Kabru wo keta mune natake wo kola.
Kabru keta kabru ngo fae asonta wona le ay kaito ta ngaja asafe atata.
When I heard that, when I told him the next thing, then he agreed with that, and I saw him wrote on the paper and left.
The paper was meant for who?
Wo kaito wo furjima.
No, animbe bediso la firola.
The one he was dealing with on the pricing.
Mr. Kora, was he announcing the price based on bidding form when he announced people bid, or was he announcing on a price and people buy immediately when he announced?
For abe price o men kankulakan. For naya fole bang mulka bid bang kom nin do price jodi wala for naya for damen to do mulka sa wonotel.
In
his presence, he mentioned this price. That was the time I called him and told him that what you have priced, 5,000 is too small, make it 12. Then he went back to them.
But when he went back, what was he announcing? I
believe it is this price that they agreed on, because I have not had any other pricing.
So he was saying at $12,000.
Yes, I heard that because I saw him wrote it.
So it was not an open tender where people price give up.
Oda manke komi open tender me yalon ko molbe ifan sum price di kay sa sanno damen.
ani mo le presse fo kande na tata je na e menja sa fo nyindu asinante ka sa fo nyindu.
He was bargaining with people, then sometimes he will come to me and then ask me, how about this one?
Mr. Kora, what was your distance between you and Aliou Jallow?
Etaning Aliou tema monemal relationship monemal
Distance.
Sorry, the distance you said. It's just like we were outside the fence and they were inside the fence.
Barbed
wire fence.
But Aliou said that you were the one helping him in pricing.
But Aliou yakuma kama mempoja wala mitele ba mako kam price o Kenya. That's why I said this price that I've given him. That's why I gave him.
Then you spend more time there than the time you stay in your report. You spend more time with Aliou than the time you stay in your report.
Woto etani Aliou ya wako menke wala siyata dina ya wako men konto itandi ila report ba ila statement o.
Hani
no, I did not spend long time there.
Mr. Kora, you arrived at 1 o'clock.
Mr. Kora, you
went around to look at Kanilai. And you know Kanilai is very big. From the mosque go to then you came back again. You stood and you were listening to Aliou Jallow. Ali was announcing the sales. Within 3 hours, you went home. Was that? What, can you please give us elaborate more on that?
How I told you, that's how it is.
See, Mr. Kora.
Mr. Kora.
When it comes to the sale of these cattle,
you
said you were there with your driver. From Basse, you branch up with your driver. Somebody else inside the vehicle. But you cannot recall the name of your driver.
But email driver control. Is it?
For how long have you been working with your driver?
In a driver do call Sanjijan.
Honey, amame. Driver don't just 1 month to care, don't get 3 months to tell you I can do.
Some drivers would be with you for 1 month. But why I forgot about him. Forgot his name, his son.
Was it Musa So?
For Musa Solamba? I really forgot.
But so didn't come to your mind to say it was Musa So.
But so many Hakilola.
Askeno Musati.
Or Musa Sugo?
Musa?
Sugo.
Ani.
Musa So.
Ani. Musa. Ani. What? Ninatal.
Huh?
I forgot.
Do you know Amanda? Do you know Abubakar Kora?
Hey, Abubakar Kora.
Abubakar B. Kora, do you know him?
Abubakar B. Kora.
Abubakar Kora.
Abubakar B. Kora.
Abubakar Kora.
What is your relationship with Abubakar B. Kora?
Abubakar Kora.
Abubakar Kora dente munela.
No malum dente fala Abubakar Kora.
He is my brother. We share the same
father. What kind of business is he
doing?
Abubakar mantar jande. Abubakar bejanale. Atebe Jaman le.
Abubakar is in Germany.
He was not here doing the sales.
No.
Pa mantar jawafiru la watu.
No.
Mr. Kora, before engaging with Aliou Jallow, did you ever meet before him?
For Aliou Jallow, enena abental enena nyolo na janni wafiro be kalama.
Doto nenema Aliou Jenya.
Never. I've never known Aliou.
You have never known Aliou Jallow. And then there was a very day you built a relationship.
I never Aliou long, but wolum ina long ina badi ya sabatindi wolum.
Biringa tar jele ngamo yi bafala Aliou. Wolule ngalong Aliou. Wolule ngalong jallo ti jallo.
When I found him there, I heard people say Jallo, Jallo. That was when I come to know his name.
And you took it upon yourself to pay your own fare without your own vehicle to go back to Kanilai. And
Yate Fanye Kata Kanilai ke fansum paso jo and he fansum moto pur kata
without his own vehicle. He was paying
asater ko fansum moto table la yeta wood blood.
What was so special in that?
Formula be Kanilai for wo tembola nga kumayandi
pour kata Kanilai de nyala wala kumayata nyola
to sleep Kanilai make it so special for me.
But the second day, did you go around Kanilai again the second day?
Tilipula nyam fane mumuru ta Kanilai la ba
nga bambo tilben tatale nga doyay nata na wutu.
Yes, I walked around. When I saw the crocodiles, I walked around again.
But in your statement, you said you saw the crocodile the first day.
But in that statement, ote koye bambol je tili follow lum follow le futata je.
No fo but bambol be silo de kan. Ini bambol be silo ke mo manjam.
Yes, I said that, but the crocodiles are on the road. They are not very far from the road.
But Mr. Kora, your intention was to go and help Aliu again the second day.
But Mr. Kora, ela hamo wolum purka futaje wolum flanja wolum kata Aliu makon.
Hani manta.
No, that was not what I went for.
Manta wala.
But when did you start your engagement with Aliu the second day? When did you start your engagement with Aliu the second day?
Sorry?
When did he start his engagement with Aliu the second day? When he arrived? At what time did he start with Aliu on?
Ini Aliu ya doko kumase wati jimala wo flanjang kabri futata.
Han birinde futa be nga Aliu tarje. Bar kabin jita do ngata banka oke. Birin futa de manka oke. Ndeman na lo koteke. Wala kantela nati ka funtinare.
The second day when I arrived and saw Aliu Jallo, but people protested when they saw me. They protested. So because of that, I did not stay long.
And you, during that time, you never gave Aliu Jallo a prize?
Price di Aliu.
Second day?
The second day when I arrived, Aliu wanted to ask me, and people protested against that. Then I just left.
But Mr. Kora, you said you were there for a purpose. You wanted to help Aliu Jallo because the state was losing a lot.
Mr. Kora, ibeje kula kanga. Ina ka Aliu mako kapila chuteroto banko be fokam fennel.
Ha nyoje ala biring ayo priasoke. Yena ko bar birin tata ni do ngata ri be man kawke.
I didn't when I saw him give the prize. But this second day when people protested, then I also left.
But because of your love for the country, why didn't you stay and still help Aliu Jallo?
Itala banku kanu ka mune atene man stay pour ka Aliu mako.
Ndoke do lawto mo ka anything can spoken this can.
At that time I cannot do that because anything can happen to me.
So will you agree with me that it was not safe by then than the time you pretended not to go there?
Woto ibeson nanyin kuma kon ka ko wotembola aman safe pour ya tarije dan the lum follow me itata je.
Ha because ni lumule mankaw.
Yes, they seriously protested my presence.
So, Mr. Kora, you could have gone and visited Kanilai before the sales.
What Mr. Kora, is so new for yet inyante nung kata Kanilai, janung wafiro bekela, le abe safe la puriataje than wafiro lunga.
Hani because Omar men safe tante ma mo bije mo jama bije wala insamba wala safe tante.
For me, what is safe for me is where there are many people. That was when I took the opportunity to go there.
Mr. Kora, based on your interview in which you say that you decided to choose what you said today, from Basse coming to Kanilai, was the intention that you wanted to enter Kanilai or were you intending to go straight home to Banyon?
Mr. Kora, kabrite be bola Basse, comme il a sedlo kan, kabrite be bola Basse. Etela nganyo fongo munati. Fo minum bang, ibe taka Kanilai le bang, fondi ilaftel ka continue ka kana Banyon.
De wulda Banyon le kamam, bina kam Banyon.
For me, my target was Banjul. My destination was Banjul.
Awa kabringa nyim firo moy.
When I had this sale, I had the intention And when I got to the junction, Kanilai Junction, I saw vehicles transporting cattle. Then that was also when I decided to go in, to branch in.
No, Mr. Kora, I think we have to be very clear here. You said that you had this announcement in Basse.
Mr. Kora, ngamere nyante Johnson yandere. Kati tel ko yekibaro moy Basse. Yes, I had it in Basse. I had it in Basse. It was in me until when I came to the Johnson, then I also branched.
When you heard about it in Basse, what was your intention?
Kabria kibaro moy Basse. Mune ketila ngani yoti. I just thought about it, but for the decision to go is when I arrived at the Johnson.
Thought about what?
Ako kamumira. I heard the news information from Basse. When I heard from Basse, I came to the Kanilai Junction. I saw people moving with cattle. Then that was the time I also branched.
So you branching in Kanilai was only the time you arrived in Kanilai, but the intention was not for you to go to Kanilai from Basse.
What etela ta Kanilai, what decision manta kabrim Basse, what decision Tata Johnson on. When I saw people moving with cattle, that was when the decision was reinforced in me to go to Kanilai.
Mr. Kora, I think we have to be very clear here.
Mr. Kora,
from Basse, you had the news. There was no intention of you going to Kanilai.
But ebe Basse wotu mo e mañin decision ta pour kataje aben kono be ma ametan kono kabin be kibaro moy ametan aben kono de. I have long wish to go to Kanilai, and when I heard this news, I really wanted to go there. When I got to the Johnson, I saw cattle. Then that was when I decided to go.
I think Mr. Kora needs to be very clear here, Mr. Kora. In your statement on paragraph 2, you said that out of curiosity, you decided to go and see for yourself. Then that was the time you had the news. Then the intention was from Basse, not from the Johnson.
I had information from Basse, but it was when I got to the Johnson, that was when the actual intent got to me, then I branched off.
Mr. Kora, I think maybe I will allow the committee to decide on that. But my other question to you is, when was your first day in Kanilai?
You said what was or when was?
His first day in Kanilai was when? When did you first meet?
Is it the day?
Have you ever been to Kanilai before the sales? So by then you were unable to see Kanilai?
No. That day I was not able to see Kanilai. I did not even alight.
Mr. Kora, your fifth statement, number 5.
Mr. Kora,
you said you negotiations were allowed and prices could be shifted. Can you please elaborate more on this?
Iko negotiation kakele andum price ul mallo burkilina kabru wa firo nyimbe kien.
Wala mnyindinde atarle ako 5,000. Nata 5 unka nyimu 12,000.
Yes, because for me, I heard him said 5,000, and I told him that this would cost about 12,000.
So during that time, was there any cattle sold at less than 12,000?
I am it was when only when he came to me, then I would advise him, then he will go back. But he was the one negotiating.
Mr. Kora, if somebody agreed to buy a cattle We are not announcing the price loudly.
Mr. Kora, koni mo lafta ninso san fate ala price of la santo ba?
Pour Jallo sa. Jallo kara la price of San.
Yes, Jallo would say his price up. Allowed.
Sila molo ka fo fana ninsi wafu wala pa man ninsi wafu la manna wala pote.
Wote nyantalon na katun ni ayatara price of santo. Nyantalon na fa price fa ninsi wafu la wultan nin fulay santo wala duma.
And mawolo.
No, I do not know that.
Okay, I mean, let me allow other colleagues to come in. Thank you.
Okay, mben kafunyo dol bulala wala yasanke.
Okay, thank you, Chair. Baba mbe ikondron na ila na kunyima. Now we'll speak in English. That is just, yes, that is just to show him appreciation that we appreciate the language he is speaking. Yeah. Mr. Kora.
Mr. Kora?
I understand that through your participation, you were able to influence some of the price tags on the cattle.
Akoila mabe kanila jel a lonne ko understand ko ya tinna ko nisol kawafi no min ay kudol yele mandi jel.
My question is, do you know the number of couples that were sold for 12,000 based on your recommendations?
Akala taminyi lonna wala minti ko nisol no nisi jelle wafuta 12,000 komi idala yamaro kama.
Mawolo.
I don't know.
Are you aware if there was any cattle that was sold for 12,000 based on your recommendation?
For everyone kama ya lonne for nisi de jemba min wafuta 12,000 ila yamaro kama.
Nde a file nka ko 12,000 ay kayto safe atata. But nde wolo file ka ya wafu 12,000.
When I advised him to sell that one 12,000, he wrote it on a paper and went away. But I don't know how things.
My question is, was he at any point aware if there was any cattle sold at the said price?
What do we mean? I bet you are married. For the Pundin Silebe, mean water 12,000 by Ila Londo come. Why you need to mean water 12,000 Ila Londo?
Cabindelo price of foreign. Ha. Then price kilo diala. Sila na nisu kote wafu wala manna wala kote.
I don't know. All I know is that I advised him to sell that one 12,000, and whether he sold others 12,000 or not, I can't tell.
Let me reframe my question. The time he suggested a price, tell him. Was he aware if Aliu actually acted on his advice to sell a cattle for 12,000?
Ila yamaro fo yamaro fo alu nata wo ni so wa ko ni so wa 12,000 ba ila yamaro kam
nga faare de bari yaro ko ma jonte nyaara ka ko ni nyanda wa fa 12,000 la ay karata na katata kewal ko ma jonte nyaara anin kay to lo butante sinna
I definitely cannot tell. I know I advised him to sell the cattle 12,000 and then he went there. But the money also was not paid in my presence, or I did not see when the money was being paid. So I cannot tell how much it was, whether it was honored or not.
While Mr. Jallo was making a price announcement, have he had at any point when a particular cattle was tagged at 12,000?
Kabari Mr. Jallo be nim fokang po ni sol la karo ni sol la price ni sol nyante wafula min fokang ko minisi do je min wafula no 12,000.
Hani mawlo.
No, I don't know.
Mr. Kora, the information we have before us regarding the sales report consists what you call a valuation report.
Ako kaito be waram kibar to ba be bulujang dipte ko kaito mimbo kaito kon wala ni biro ko evaluate iba ikara jibe nya san yemen pir wo report wala be bulujang wo report be bulujang
usikeno I told you okay.
Yeah, it could be possible.
Yeah, then put it to him that in the valuation report, we have different cattle, including calves, that were pegged at $12,000.
Report on the news of the calf, it means calf.
Hani ramange wafu menna de damen lo puri ita wafola wamu wule tannim fulal
nisirin do je la daye da
ani nisiba
pour que wa 12,000 nebo la report we misurte
asike
and in addition
it is possible.
And in addition, these specific cattle, including calves, were sold at the set price, which is 12,000.
Abe min fo kan report o min suroko yin sol min waputa nisido ye nisirin dingol andu ye 12,000 abe nisiringol be yin sol ko min waputa 12,000.
Ndela londo manfuta woto kafu ko yin ni sikaru wafu ni ya wafu ni na manfuta woto because wafu ndena be jam fari nyolal na difficult sota si nyininka accident kan barsilan faye anata aye wafu nyabe nyini kesa be unna londi manfuta woto.
That is not to my knowledge, but I know anytime he was selling this thing, anytime he needed advice, he would come and then obtain advice from me. But then how he end up or how he would end up selling this thing is definitely not to my knowledge.
Mr. Kora, from the look of things during the sales, do you think it was fair to peg a cost of a bull at 12,000 at the time of the auction?
Mr. Kora, ila londo, ila jewoto. Yamira tilimo sitarano je pour ninsi kewo. Wala mbulti ninsi kewo. Ka wa fu 12,000. Ko yamira je tilimo be jele.
Nde men da faye ndela miro ni na calculo kono because of ndel karani sol price c'est pas là ni ya calculer c'est pas la wolu c'est pas be da menna nde da men diala ni so ni nyandale kasawa nde da men dia.
The advice I gave, the price I gave him as far as that particular cattle was concerned is definitely the real value and the real cost, because we normally use the CFR to determine the prices of some of these animals or some of these cattle.
Okay. Mr. Kora, you also said you traveled with two other people to Kanilai. That is a driver and another passenger. Yes.
Yes.
Is it right to say that you cannot still recall the name of that driver?
So for secure handicap drive to remember.
Ma I remember na buko nga fa nyami nimentata ngolo no musibitin din jawole o bandal sibitin din jaw ni wole tata nyola anin drive but nga drive jamale ta o period ko.
I definitely cannot remember the name of the driver. I know the third person in the vehicle was called
Sibitin Jao.
Yes.
And he is late.
But the real name of the driver I forgot to.
I understand he said during such time he employed several drivers. During this period, can he tell this committee how many drivers did he actually hire?
Well, we can put this up on the committee.
Maybe as a driver, because of all the Karsaba as a driver, then as a tansile or
Karsaba kono driver tam.
Kareta, because of condition of Karaka, Nini got a jack.
I understand.
Nini got a jack. Data basis. Don't become me son Namela. Shadi Afu Bina Batka. Shadi me problem.
So Nimina for his daughter.
Miminan daughter. Those in us in the Jas side.
Yo, knowing that drivers play a very crucial role.
I
would want to believe that at least you should be able to recall 5 of those 10 drivers that you employ within that period.
Wo driver to kono inyanta lulo tolo no inyanta hakilo nyanta walma
nga musa tale
Musa.
Let him just wait for my question.
Okay, I'm on pareko.
Yeah, so I just want him at least to share with this committee a minimum of the names of 5 drivers that were working for him at this period of the sales.
Akala taminna wala. Nyin driver jama insita ko motan. Alata le yakata at least nan na be driver luluti. Isa fono mole ol tolmo.
Ha, nga Musa tale, Musa Keta.
Musa Keta was one of them.
Nga Lamin ta.
Lamin, I also employ Lamin.
Lamin Kuruma.
Lamin Kuruma.
Baro Tamatan.
But that has traveled, he has traveled.
Bari nga mre ko do ata nyaaw nyaay hakkilo si lulu dira.
Bari nga kilo ni jeno.
Nyem mo fulol Lamin ni Musa.
Musa that kilo to kono ma.
Ask him, will it be right to say the driver he went with to Kanilai should be Musa Keta?
Any driver member of Basi Altana Kanilai. For Musa Pono le ko, wala Musa Keta diba?
Yes.
Yes.
Musa.
Yes.
Musa we balurin.
The other question is, did Musa bought anything whilst he was in Kanilai with you? Either directly or indirectly?
Tata Kanilai. 5 pence and neba. In actually bambu mo ko ba okuma do 5 pence and neba.
Musa amon pence and
he did not buy anything.
Okay.
Musa be motor kono.
He was in fact inside the vehicle.
My other question is, I just need a verification. I have a phone number that I wouldn't read, and I wouldn't like him to read it, just for him to confirm if he recognized the number.
Ako telephone number dole be bula wa tanne lela. Pour ya ko molle ko po yin telephone number ya su telephone. Hani ma ko sant. Just ipa wa yajibe po ba su dilal. Ani ma ko molle am.
Ani manyin number suto.
No, I don't recognize this number.
Eman number yin su. Okay. A better
thank you.
Mr. Kora, I was not going to appreciate to come back to the issue of how you get this information.
But
considering the fact that when these auctions were done was like 7 years ago, I want to believe you might forget 1 or 2 things. Is that right?
So I don't know. Akata nyawo na fo nyina pendola ita be remember fo pendol be fo nyina won
asekeno yenyina kuwo dola because of hakilo la nasio wo yamara ko wosi soto no leba
yes
it's fine because the reason why I am going to that angle is listening to his interview with Talent TV and as well as Fatu Network. He was very specific to say he got the information from the radio, which differs from news, because he said the reason why he said he had it from the news, he got the information from the public in Basse. This is why he related to a news. But listening to his interviews, he clearly stated he had the news from a radio.
Ako alafta mi mpola wala mintiko. Kabirin ibe Basse. Kabirin na iteko ya moy molle kako ko jine be caring kanilla. Ya moy molle kako ko mi ngamo ngamo. Bari na ni interview mi talent promotion anin care party. Iya mi puje wala ya moy radio le.
Ngamo intelle ning ko news. Ni news mo dron. Mbako le radio lo ba wala kara news di. Le news di bari na moy molle da. When
I say news, it means it is possible that it is from a radio.
Yeah.
What I heard was definitely from people.
No, that, you know, I understand from, let's say, from a Mandinka dialect point of view, we will refer to news as Kibar. right? But then again, this news can emerge from a radio or from a TV or from individuals. And in your own case, with the interview you had, you were very specific to say you got the news from a radio. My question is, are you trying to hide anything from this committee that we should know and you feel we shouldn't?
abe min fo kan wala bande kama do ni ko kibaro wala news wala kibaro okay bari yamin fo interview yamin ke talent promoter yamin min dite ite ko defle le ni kibaro ya boy radio le ba fo ne ba je daga bim mabo ni komito puri kana lomba
hani o fenti je the reason de la londo fo ni manyi na o fenti tije be me mabo le ma
no I'm not hiding anything as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, because if I can recall, a witness who sat on that seat told this committee that you were invited through one of the authorities for the fact that then the marriage amongst the coalition was very cordial. Was this the case?
Ako ayari be mamma hakilo ba kan ko be siri na mo do ne tata nada ka sije ako kolisoro min be nun jangoto mo altemo abedi yari ba problem teje so hani bole toñate ndum ba
hani wote amantar diare
no it was not the case
amantar nyoka
no we were not together
But a witness told us that you were invited by an authority to go and support in the process of the sales. Was this the case or no?
afa en sikali
okay I mean for yamo
yo okay afutan
ako bari do ne sita ja ko yine in baile nun ko me ye in baile ka ye bunya to in baile ka ta kanyinu ma ko for tonya
anane manke dot
it's never happened
abo je men daya
I was never invited nobody told
Okay, I'm telling, we will go back to records.
Okay, akombe murula le kote ke ngamin sape wara
And we will try to abstract what this witness shared with this committee.
ako wo witness o min ne na jon jannite kana ako abatra ya pour e pa mo ya lo wo min po la karol
And if it is in the contrary to what he told us, we might really bring him back.
ako nera wo witness wo min po ila poto a man soto then as possible ye murundi nan
Neatara wo witness o ye memfo ko mola yata sammanango wafirdula membo da man sakunda kon aning ate memfo amanke kelindi woto hanisa mba ko mandela nanne pura yem mako seneyandiro
sila ye je pa
ngamu
yo
momo mankili
nobody ever called me and I was
momo mankili
nobody invited.
Maybe a very final one. Where exactly does the sales of this cattle happen?
Nyinisi wapo akira no min
kanila
Kanela, the specific point where in
kanila
Kanela?
pala
ya ala gadino ko
yeah the garden of the
ala gadini bani ko
big garden.
Okay, in the main yard.
ha yi ala samba gadini bani ko bar gadini bani ikar sa ini zoli ke fonkolo ko waya ikare ke waya sansanga
Garden there is a big garden, but then the garden was divided, and one portion was meant for the cattle.
Now, in your estimation, how many cattle were found in this ring?
Company altara
By numbers.
company altara ila miyo ni sijel lebe donje.
hani deto fo no because of ndebitala 1 o'clock ma alo ye me afu ngam atudu wafuro mandamu tanyala wafuro mambanyala adu mako difana kalo ni nanka mo membi
No, I cannot tell because I went there by 1 and I did not stay long. And the buying and selling did not start in
You know, that was the first day.
And it never ended.
And you reached at about 1 p.m. By estimation, the first day of sales, were you able to find at least 100 bulls in Kanila?
Abe min yin ka ko lumo min na yin follow keta yin firo fo nin so min sita fo nin sikeme o trajele no I did not
mawlo
But in your statement, you said, if you look at number 3 of your statement, you told the investigators that there were many cattle that you found in a barbed wire fence.
ako lungo min na inara ye inda investigate kabri be inda ipo tongo ko yenin si jamale tradu je babo ya
ah ngani sol de tarje bari ma pot malo nin sa po men bije malo bebo la je malo nin sa po men fanan traje
I went there, I found a lot of cattle, but I did not count them. When I was also leaving, I could not tell how many.
No, he said he found cattle, but he cannot tell the numbers.
No.
My question now is, if like the way it is written in his statement, he said he found many cattle. What is his understanding about finding many cattle?
Sabeni gaga iko kabri fure yenin si jamal taraje. So ebuna min woto ko ni go ganin si jamal taraje.
Ni si jamal ya ba ko da fotanna fo men si ata wote ya lo ba ko ngani si jamal taraje adu ima account.
It's possible. Even if they are 10 in number, but once you don't count, you can never tell. What you can say is that I found a lot of cattle there.
No, that is in fact the kind of figures we want to hear. Whether you found 10, 100, or 200 cattle based on your personal estimations, because, no, just let me learn, because if you are able to propose a price for a cattle, you should be able to know, even not the exact number of cattle within that perimeter, but you should be able to have an idea as to, you know, the numbers. Because you cannot determine a bull for $12,000, just like that. You must be able to see what kind of bull you are targeting for 12,000, and how many of those bulls you really tap for 12,000. Because in between 1 to 4 p.m., it's a lot of hours. So meaning you should be able to tell us, okay, I have proposed for at least 10 cattle or 20 cattle to be sold at 12,000.
Kabri tada ite ninsikili ya fuko ninsikili asiwafu no 12,000. Okay, bari alo ite beje kabri 144. So isa fono at least ninsitang also. Was ni jama ko isa fono ni sol si wafu no 12,000 bari omang.
Hani nana ta na me ite nan to lo no because of method.
Oh, I cannot tell and I cannot because I did not count them.
Mapot.
Sai mbatu baba. I need all my yitandil. Eta ko menna price o se keno wuli tanding fulati. Eta la miro. Wonyanta kake nisi jallati ite me ya lonko ila miro to iko wala nyanta kake 12,000 nati wala fo nisi kilin drong ete ya moro di yala wolto ko anyanta ko wala wafi wuli tanding fula.
Nde atarje abe niso me wafuka 5,000. Ni anyi ni ga ba fule. Nde kai ko wala ni si ata wotili de ake 12,000. Anata bonsin na atata aniya kacha bar min so min fanga bige wotumo yena ko mo famu nda fo do la nyimbu nyire because of ni ma me yitana mallo ama ni ngon do be fane ala ko
baba woto kamala ite ni se kilena taman serai pour ayo wa fi wuli tanim fulan aman tambe kilene
ngam fa anata men fonni ngam ka sa ko ka nanata na yi nyininka yena ko mo fam menna nsa fa ko nyimbu nyindal
so no is it that the consultations he made with you for pricing, you also propose other prices aside from the 12K price tag? Advice in terms of pricing. Did you propose other prices that actually varied from the 12K that you proposed for the other bull?
Be able to tell now how he ended up selling these cattle.
That, you know, the idea here is, what we're trying to do here is to make sure we have a clear picture of how the transaction had happened.
Lafta min kila or lafta min itandila wala ka long exactly coming ni few of it atata coming aketa nyadile.
And from my understanding, it seems you only recommended one price, which is the 12K. However, from the follow-up questions, it seems you are still informing the committee that some of the prices you suggested was at 12K, some at 10K. Is that right?
Yes.
So I come in for one, it is me. 12,000. But after another advice to the community, Yanta Wafula Min. Correctly.
Another 9 yininka. Nsafa ko iba wafula dinela. Nde nyine je price. Asita ni eta kacha.
Yes, it was correct. Because every time he came to me, he would ask for advice. Then I would tell him how much to sell a particular cattle. Then he would write and go. But I wouldn't know how much he sold them.
Why and where does the idea of pegging our prices to CFA emerge from instead of Dalasi, understanding the fact that the sales was happening within the Gambia? Why CFA?
Gambia jang muna tinna nim piro be ke kan wara nin sol or any other piro mo ka CFA use ke
muna ke
jamu Dalasi banko le muna ka CFA ko
yo muna ke ngar CFA use je ngarta nin sol san Senegal frontiero la CFA isa sanu CFA wultan nani isa sanu CFA nankam yini kar kuma CFA ni na wo CFA periodo bo dubela ya bonde ya waf dala sol.
The reason is that we normally buy these cattle from the borders or from inside Senegal, bring them to the Gambia, and when we come to the Gambia, we definitely have to calculate how much money we have spent in terms of the CFA, and also charge the same price, so that we will definitely be able to come out of the transaction.
Mr. Kora, finally, considering the fact that you have participated in the sales suggesting different prices ranging from 10K, 12 to 50K, converting CFA to Dalasi, will it be right to say you have spent more than the time that you told us? That is to say from 1 to 4. It seems you have stayed beyond 4 p.m. to help the team. Is that right?
Akwai taro kanilai akamunda time was spent. Because advice there nimbe piro ikana advice nyi wafu nyin hali nyi wafu nyin. So it's a 3 hours like I am here. It is a taro kanilai wo no anyande tambila 3 hours.
Nsinkali yara na ko ngankali men benna to nyala kola man tambi wala je 4 o'clock man tambi wala je na.
I can swear on the Quran that this is the exact time I really spent in Kanilai.
That you already swore, and we don't have mistrust in you. However, we are just trying to establish facts, and also understanding that, you know, it is over 7-8 years. With your age, there might be issues that you might forget. So our questions are coming simply because, you know, to bring in elements that you might forget. But it's not about we mistrust.
Already, and akalon ko amanke ko manlela kumakangol. And because ni school metal said sanji wala common. Alon ko ibe min poka. Ni ade be nyin kara pour ka tonya pintin di banda. Wala mala bara amanke ko manlela.
Yo, since you don't buy anything, I think for me, this is the end of my questions, and thank you for your time.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Chair, and thank you very much, Mr. Kora, for coming and helping the Special Select Committee.
Honorable Memo Benimbara Purkana Jankamol Mako, Kakumol said, Mimbekirin Kasenan.
Yes, apart from Kanilai, that you've explained in very clear terms why you went there, did you go to any other place that belonged to the former president in terms of seeing cattle or any other animals?
Ako Kanilai kola ya pole pana muna nita Kanilai. Fodula dobe jele be alon ko ninsi wa ko be nge itata jebam nimmanke Kanilai.
Mama be femfento.
I did not go anywhere and I did not take part in anything.
Yes, in your statement and also on your submissions here orally, you do mention Jallo. Who is this Jallo?
ila statement to anila kacha to iba ko kan jallo jumale nyin jallo ti
ngam internet suwa fula kanilai.
this is the jallo I found selling the cattle at Kanila.
Do you have his telephone number?
What ala number be bulle ba nyin jallo?
Honey.
No, I don't have it.
Have you ever communicated with him outside Kanilai?
Honey.
No.
Okay. How many? Just 1 second.
Oh, go ahead. Hold on. Oh.
Okay. Mr. Kora, we have information from our witness. His name is Ali Jallo. And he said that he met with you. And I would like to play that video. So that you can listen to tell what he said. And then you can confirm whether this is the fact or otherwise. Yes, we'll get the technicians to play that short clip. Thank you. Just a moment.
Conducted. You had specific instructions that you were supposed to carry out at the time, and you did more than that. I didn't have to tell you. So you believe that if you do more than the attorney general instructed, you are not supposed to. I don't have the attorney general. When you relocated the former president's family to another house, you did not inform the attorney general. You don't know what like that. It doesn't make necessary. I don't have to take in that council. You are not supposed to do that. That's why I did not tell that one. I am not opinion. That's not opinion. I'm not giving you my opinion here. The Attorney General was very specific, and he informed the committee that Attorney General said I should.
Honorable.
Yes, Mr. Kora, what we're going to do is we're going to continue until the technicians sort out the video so that we can play out. So that to avoid time wasted because it's getting too late now. So we'll continue with the questionnaire and then we'll come back to this particular one. All right. Now, can they stop this video? All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Kora. Mr. Kora, during this period of time, how many telephone numbers do you have during this period of time? How many telephone numbers do you have?
Mr. Kora, what telephone number jelle be bulu? They were about, I think they were 2.
Okay, I'm going to give the clerks a paper, and then you can write those telephone numbers for me. Those telephone numbers here. No, because we are live, and the whole world is watching, and for your own privacy, we think it's better for you to write it for me. So that, yes. So let him write those 2 telephone numbers here. Put over here. Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Kora.
Mr. Kora.
Now, I'm going to go back to the previous question, where I want to play a video, short video that's showing what Aliu actually has said that you've met with him prior, so that you can listen to exactly what he said to get clarity.
Ko ikana video min play wala coming Aliu min play la karola ko al benta damek anal nyolo nyat kita nyat ha kabina wala play.
Yes, go ahead. Let's get the video.
So, ngalala mo isa.
I will calm you down. That is my nature, and I will not allow that possibility. When we went and did the pricing of the couple. And I think you don't have to worry. You are not the one who had conduct of the sales. The people who are on the ground you found are the ones who have conduct of the sales. So it is not only you don't have to worry, but after that, I have no one with him. Thank you. Would you speak to Mr. Kora and talk to Mr. Kora? What is the Mr. Kora? Because when you and he has come here and assisted us, I feel I need to make him not to worry. But he has no responsibility. Assisting me. You are not the one conducting the sale. So why are you trying to give assurances to somebody that was not even supposed to be part of any part here in the entire sale? Why do you feel the need to give him the assurance? I assure him I am a considerate person, and for me, you have assisted me. And I feel your role could be, misrepresented in the affair as a human being who believes in myself and who believes in God.
Yes, thank you. So I think interpreter, you can interpret that for him.
Mr. Kora, you name Aliu Jallo, take out Punu Jallo. Another one Jallo Tebenas, as they say they are. I can't
Yes, hold on before you move forward. Now, is this the Jallo you were talking about? You know Aliu?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
You know Ninja seated and Ayato. Akaye Kolanum, Pur Aye in Bar Pur Yene Mapoi, Ninsoka price, Ninsoka.
Yes.
I can't call them. Purianaj, Ye Mapoi. Was it? Okay.
Okay. From this conversation, Ali is saying that actually you are helping them for pricing of the cattle. And he was asked a question, did he meet you in person?
So I been meaning to physically. It never happened except at Kanila.
So you are saying that you've never met Aliu prior to Kanilai, and you have not met Aliu after the sale, and you don't have his telephone number.
Even when for wala mintiko. Janil pure Aliu alnene mamben. Pure Kora alnene mamben. And our telephone number on our table. No, all this did not start. No.
The line, your telephone, phone call.
No, it did not happen.
Okay.
Nde Aliu Jallo ngatari Kanilai le sansan ko.
I only found him at Kanilai during the process.
Okay. So you are confirming that you have not met with Aliu before the sale, or after the sale, or during the special sitting of this committee. You've not met with him, and you have not spoken to him on the telephone.
So abe min foka wala janin firo da ka muda ening Aliu mamben. Firo kola ina mamben. Abi alman kacha andung jam para waru ma be sedia dikam ina mamben.
Hani naman kacha ta wati kin ne bring ye do fo arajoto.
Okay.
We did not meet except when their name was mentioned on the radio.
Utumole Aliu yen telephone.
That was the time Aliu called me.
Akonye ko ibe firo fo kan.
That there is some sales going on.
Bari ite man fenkije.
But you have not done anything in that process.
Anga ite man fenkije de fonga de ma mendila.
I did not do anything except to help you in the pricing of these cattle.
Yes. Let's get this clear. The call, when Aliu called, was it during the sitting of the special committee, or what exactly happened until Aliu called you?
Aliu called what to Jumali. Come keda ko Aliu call. Come commissioner Arab. Do stand the bill. Come Aliu call what Jumali.
Hani otumo commissioner man start.
No, that was before the start of this commission.
Kabrin fenke Ismail Sise di amuta arajoto.
When Ismail spoke on the radio,
Utubole da ayen call.
that was the time Aliu called me.
So how did Aliu get your number to call you?
Aliu telephone number soto nyaadi.
Sila malonde ma fatata atodu.
No, I cannot confirm how he got it.
And you know, Mr. Kora, we are able to get, if you want to, the call records, like whether you call or he call you. Since for the past few years, we are able to get that.
Ako fari min lon ne bang ining Aliu al kolo min ka tanong al team. Isi wo so no o ko dole boy wo lon ne ba.
It's also to know. When you barinal Aliu la diabo keta wo pri.
I know you can get that, you can get the call record, but my conversation with Aliu was only once.
Okay, thank you. Now on his statement that he has given us on number 7.
Ito pa mo yung statement mo yung di jang number 7.
I'm going to read. It says
go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
During my visits, I only saw the sheriff once. He was seated with his team writing receipts. Apart from him and Mr. Jallo, there were security officers present as well.
So
as members of the public. Okay. I did not exchange contacts with anyone. Nor did I receive any form of compensation. Now this sheriff, who is this sheriff you are referring to?
Wala mu atodu penketi ni ngaji je punya
tabali. Okay. So how do you know that he was the sheriff?
Yala nyadi kata sheriff ti.
Ngamoy jallo le ya.
Ngamoy jallo la ba foka.
English.
I heard Jallo saying it.
Okay. Now, do you have any kind of conversation with the sheriff?
I have not had any conversation with him.
Did he ever call you, or have you ever called him?
I have never called him, he never called me.
Okay, thank you. Then the other question I have is the cattle buyers. Do you know any one of them?
Those that came there, I do not know them.
Did you make any referral? Because since you are involved in the cattle business in the Gambia, And you know, cattle business, normally like Abuko, Birkaman, for the most part, and maybe and some other lumos, do you require anybody to buy any cattle from the sale?
Buy it delta wafirol kabri marcel to for lumoto. No somebody taman said the purata sandiro kejeba. No. I have not referred anybody.
All right. So thank you very much. That's all I have for today.
Mr. Kora, based on Alif Jallo's statement or his audio,
Mr. Kora,
he said that you were worried when you heard your name. And then he called to assure you that you have nothing to fear.
Sorry?
He called to assure you that you have nothing to fear. Because you are not involved in the sales. Is that correct or wrong?
Yes, he told me that. He said you did not do anything there. You are not involved in the sale.
So were you worried?
It did not worry me. I was not worried.
So why the call?
I really do not know why he called me because I did not call him.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Mr. Kora, I have only 2 questions.
Mr. Kora,
my first question is, why did you suggest 12,000 for a cow which is big, which is healthy, and is nice? Why did you suggest 12,000?
It is the cost of the cow. That's why I said that.
Yes, but you are thinking of selling that cow based on the market value.
But it means so you want to marcy or carol.
But the market value for a big cow, a nice cow,
but marcy to means so many awarta.
What was sold at 12,000?
Moto wafla will tell you
12,000.
Moto wafla will tell you Wotembo. The cow I saw, the one I sold him. In my own estimation, I think one can buy that at 12,000 that day.
So, for example, that cow was his cow. Would you sell that cow at 12,000?
Yes, that's why I told him that.
Okay. My other question is, you went to Kanilai twice. But when you were there the first day, you said the barns were not happy with your presence.
Yes.
So you left.
Yes, I left there.
But the second day, you decided to go back. Even though you know that the people, the crowd is not happy with your presence.
Yes.
But then you went back anyway.
Yes, I went back.
What motivated you to go back?
Yes, just to go back there to know the place. Because that day, they were angry, but they did not protest. So it was only on the second day that they protested.
Yeah, also, my current question.
Na kumakan labang, nyininkar labang.
From your interviews.
Ila ya interview men ke.
With Kerfatu, especially with Kerfatu.
Surtout Kerfatu television auto.
You said I have around here.
Iko yakibaro moy janne.
And when there was due,
and kabring wato nyin sita,
I went there.
Mtata je.
That share was in your house where you are holding the
kabri ko dron jandron wo yayita ko ibe damen to wo tembola même ni le korda kono ti la suwo kono ti.
That's what we are.
Wala tinna ibo dinkiraton.
No, ngamoy basel.
I heard it from Basse.
It is not a yentari nabumulo kono jambiri na.
They came and found me in my house.
Yes, I know that. But I saw the announcement here when I was here.
Bari tebe jabiro la wato iko ngan kibaro ni moy janne.
Wala mu okay, wala mu yati ngonga amo yati. Bari kumo Kenya la moti.
That means in my home, but that's how just to put it. But I said I had it here, my home.
Mm-hmm. So you had the information at your home.
Yeah.
But you have information at your home, but it's not a radio announcement.
But what the saying a confirmation on you sort of for Yakibaro Moyale, but I monkey radio announcement. Yes.
Not in the street, yes. Mm-hmm. So you did not have information on the street.
Woto e manki baro fana moy silo kande.
Ngonga mo ya na bitiko lo mo ya na bitiko. Na bitiko to basi.
Yes, I had it in my home.
Mo be dawo da na bitiko li na pere bi mba fo le ya.
Yes, wherever you are, where your shop is, where your home is, you will call it your home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ngonga mo ya.
My place.
What I'm saying is, you had the information. Not in the radio. Not an announcement.
You just have a kibaro ko ala announce kibaro. For example, kibaro na kibaro ni announcement be ino ko le. What you want to do?
You heard it from people.
You heard from people.
Not over the media.
Honey.
Amanke ko yamoy newspaper wala kibaro gundal.
Honey, ngamoy mo.
Okay, thank you very much.
Abarka ba.
I just started here. I want Mr. Kora to help us here.
Mr.
The Maninka language. The word nya.
Yes.
And in Nabitigo, which is, I did the same, Mr. Kora. When we say I mean home.
Ako Mr. Kora, iya woni Nabitikola. For mukili natibang, ako niyamo iya, woni nasuo kono.
Hani, ndeliko iya, ibe dawo da nila bitikolo mu, hanila balinglo mu ibafu lele iya, jambe iya.
Yeah, for
can you call iya in Mandinka?
Huh?
Where are you considered now? Can you call iya?
Hani ndafole jamu iya.
No, I will not call it iya.
My iya today. Ni neblato ni meje benna bitiko la iya. Benna asilo ka benna korda ko no iya. Benna bu ko no iya.
If I'm in my shop, it's my yeah. It's my home.
In your office?
It's for yeah.
Mr. Kora,
I think
but I think, I mean, more susu.
Yo, official new for younger economic for telegraph.
I mean, Nico, woman's work.
Bitcoin and South for ya. You come on, even to men of Bitcoin and Bay Yard.
I mean, Bitcoin is different. Because I mean, how to play.
na iya ibe tala na bitiko la iya
ni hani de
ya ni kuma di base
hanga tu
ko mbaya
hanga what I want is you
Yes.
and I want you to help me there because when you say if I come to say where are you you say
Ako ninge kumandi nke ko ibe minto ekanye ko mbeya ko munete
mbaya na dulabo ndela dulabo mbeje
it is my place. That's where I am.
isa fo ila option
Your my place. You can call your home my place. You can call anywhere my place.
Mr. Kora, when you came here, you gave us 78. Is it 7? Where are you staying in Banyu here?
Huh?
Where are you staying in Banyu?
Number 16 Bokul Street.
You said number 16 Bokul Street mean yeah.
Huh?
If you said not Bitiko, not Albert Market, Bitiko, I use Bitiko, but not yeah.
Kabrina yan nombala di mola ko ibe sabatirin damen. Ni ayatere ko yawo ni ayatere la Bitiko be Marseille kon la Albert Market kon. Eta fa ko iya Albert Market.
Ibe dame ni be dame ila dulalam ikra fo le iya.
Where place belongs to you, where you are, if at all that place belongs to you, you can call that my place, my home. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's contextual program.
Council, we are done.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Oh. Council be na party.
Mr. Kora, how are you doing?
If you want to.
So, thank you, Honorable Chair. So, Mr. Kora, I just pick up from where Honorable Sal stopped, and then we conclude for today. You've given us five different points or 5 different instances in which you learned about the news of what was going on in Kanilai and when you decided to go to Kanilai.
Mr. Kora, laftale Mr. Honorable Saria Lo Damen nga kumase wot. Ya bunda lule di mola. Me ya yita puri ite futa Kanilai nyadi la wala kibaro so ka futa Kanilai nyadi.
The first point was that you had it, according to your statement, you had it in one of the towns on your way. In one of the towns on your way from Basse to Kombo. The other point you said you had it from people around the garage where your shop is located in Basse.
Iko kotenke ya moy mulla ila bidiko to kabri bela bidiko to ya moy mulla men ba foka ila bidiko balaje ba foka iba kuma ko nyim foka ka wafiro kuma ko.
You said you heard it in the news.
In iko kotenke ya moy kibaro to.
You said you've heard it from the radio.
Iko ya moy radio to.
You saw people at the junction in on the way to Kanilai or on the way past Kanilai. You saw people coming out of Kanilai with cattle.
Eko yamol fananje kabri pre Kanilai Johnson to yamol nin so je kabonan Kanilai ma fangala.
You've said your house, which you've now concluded that your shop is part of your.
Saintem kotenke iko iya men yaita ko ila bidiko fanambo yala kono.
Which one should the committee believe?
Sain committee belala jimala tala nyini kono.
Afa ngambe kenda statement.
He said what he put in the statement.
So what you just told Honorable Sar, that one is not true. We should set it aside.
Woto akamunte yemen for Honorable Sar e wokem manke tonya de ngoda bondige.
Yalo ya ndeli yalo mu ani nabiti kola. Yena ko famu ani Basse tela ni bitiko nyimbe Basse.
You know, for us, my place and my shop.
Yeah.
For me, I have my shop.
Yeah.
All this implies my place, my home.
Mr. Kora, I'm sure you know, because at the beginning of your testimony, the chair of this committee had read out a statement to you, warning you, or I'd rather say cautioning you about the consequences that follow giving false information to this committee.
Mr. Kora ngamere hakilo be nyinkanko kabrimbe na kacha kumasela chairmano ya kuma kon karanye membe dending ka kuma fonyin committee memman sabati.
And that statement is not a cosmetic thing that the committee just does at the beginning of its proceeding.
And woman ke kuma kanti men committee ka don dankoron kunyala ninya ni be kacha bunda yele.
Where the committee finds that at the end of its work, finds that you have appeared here and given the committee false information or concealed information from this committee.
Nim committee yala do ko parendi anata nyin kalamuta ko ite ndata jang bari yakumale fo committee memman soto wala yakumale mabo committee oma menyanta tarla committee la londoto.
It will attract very strict and serious consequences. That's it. Thank you. Honorable Chair, that's all I have for the witness.
Okay.
Sorry? Yes, if the witness, if Mr. Kora has any remarks to make, then he can do so now. If not, then we can conclude.
So, Mr. Kora, ni akumakan soto, ibala pula kamenfo, ibala akumakan labaunto, isaita.
Yo, afoye mbe itemplambe jaila.
I thank you all very much.
Katu nyibemu banku de
this is all part of nation building.
Itelme fanki jang.
You did not put yourselves here. It is the people that put you here. A thing like this, to investigate that, I know that's not a problem. I know that it is only the truth that will last. And I'm sure that's what you are on. But the one thing, it's not easy to deal with human beings. For a long time we have been seated to say something that is not true. It may happen to me.
Apologize.
But I will apologize you. That whatever I said, if in the event I said something that is not true, for the fact that because of maybe because of the way I put it, I do apologize. Because I have not also, there is nothing that got me into this other than to help. That is the reason why I thank you very much. You are doing it for everybody. May Allah reward you all.
Yes, thank you. Just to, since we are closing, just to remind the witness that lying on the oath is a criminal offense in the Gambia.
Mbe kachada sorom na menna lapta donka ke hakilo bulandi nyina ko kafaniya fo kali ikaliri kola womu criminal offense let.
Yes, because he's an elder and I don't want to infer anything that's what he has said.
Bayitem alfalti malafika so taje ila kumakawala tenden.
Yeah, but if it is determined that any of your statements was untrue, that's a criminal offense and that the committee cannot do anything about because that's perjury.
Bari ni ayatar ko na dokuo konola anata sabati ko ete mem fo jang woman sabati wode o manke committee la control doku ti silande loi le betama ka wot.
Exactly, and that's why I wanted to make that very clear to him.
Wala atin lafta kayita pour soma kama nin ku ko mol nata sele ko kunnin kan loi ya mem fo loi be baral men nambe barala wol.
Okay.
Yeah, we thank you very much.
Okay.
Nyeten du back.
So it appears we have come to the end of this session.
Akamunta saying impotata liro sutiata tonga, impotata puo bandulaga.
We thank him very much for his cooperation.
Ila songo anila munyo ni watu biela.
And he is now released.
Wato saying yamfate mala isetano.
Thank you very much.
Abaraka baka.
Okay.
Minto ba banjul jan. Ani bar sainte be minto.